Hey guys, it's Thursday, February 13th, one more day till Valentine's Day, and we've got an absolutely massive Valentine's offer for everybody that will run Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So make sure to check out tomorrow's show to hear about that. It's Puck Time with the Prez. I'm Lawrence Presman, excited to be on the show. Lots of hockey games to talk to you all about. A couple of really great promotions to give out. And Dave Koken, the legend himself, joining us. Same with Alex B. Smith. Alex, we'll start with you, man. How the hell are you, brother?
I'm cold right now. It is 6 degrees below zero is the temperature. 24 below is our wind chill. It's absolutely freezing. It's just been brutally cold. It's going to stay like that for another day or so. And, I had to get up this morning and kind of actually just like heat the house up a little bit. So just hey, what are you going to do? It's the middle of February. But other than that, doing good. Looking forward to a great slate of games tonight.
Yeah, me too, dude. I'm going to the Leaf game tonight. I went on Tuesday. I'm taking my youngest child, Ty, to the game tonight. It's going to be fun. Dave Koken, you're rolling in college basketball. We'll talk about that in a sec. Doing well in hockey. How are you, my friend?
Well, it's already 54, so it's going to be in the mid-60s. So I'm better than you guys.
And that's the weather report for Puck Time on Thursday. Okay, let's start with you, Koken. I got a gigantic promo to give out for you. You're on a 15-5 college basketball run. You went 2-1 last night. Basically, we dropped your regular season and March Madness price down to $299. Head over to wagertalk.com. Use the promo code PT299. You get the rest of Dave Koken's college basketball for $299. PT299. Boys, we're going to talk 4 games in detail. And then we're going to look at the last minute of play plus Vivian's parlays. Let's start with game number 1. The game I'm going to. Dallas on the road playing Toronto. The Leafs are minus 150. We have a total of 6 here. And Dallas has won their last 2 games, 4 of their last 6. The Leafs, inconsistent, won in overtime against Arizona, but really aren't on a run of substance. I'll bottom line this before I go to you, Dave Koken. I like the Leafs tonight. I think it's a good spot for them. I know it's minus 150. It's what's keeping me off of making the actual bet. But I do think the Leafs are the right side here, Dave.
Well, they got Frederik Andersen back tonight, and Jack Campbell did a good job as the emergency starter, if you will. Well, and also because he played well enough, it gave Andersen a chance to get a couple of extra days off. So he should be ready tonight. Dallas coming off a really good game. The other night I had him, and I was very pleased with that. It was an easy 4-1 win at home. They played very well, and they'll have Bishop back in goal. And, this might be a game where you don't see as many goals scored as is normally the case in a Maple Leafs game because Dallas refuses to play an up and down the ice style. And you would think the Maple Leafs are going to be, if you will, maybe protecting Andersen a little bit. So I can see less goals than is the norm in a Toronto game.
Yeah, and Alex, both the last 2 Leaf games have gone under the total. Leafs put up only 1 against Montreal and 2 in regulation against Arizona. And, Arizona and Dallas do kind of mirror each other with their style of play to some degree. Dallas is more scorers, but they're both playing tight checking, hard-fought games. I agree with Dave on the under. I just don't take unders in Leaf games right now. So this is one of those scenarios where I like the Leafs, but minus 150 is too big. And I like the under, but I can't play unders on Leaf games. Where are you at?
Well, I do like this under here at 6. And you look at Dallas in that last game, even when they're playing against Carolina, a team that likes to draw their opponents playing in an up-and-down style. Dallas, they were able to get 4 goals, but it wasn't exactly a complete boat race. They were able to still kind of dictate the pace, slow things down, still keep that game under in that spot. So I can see that, especially with Bishop and Anderson both going here, both being healthy. We've seen Dallas go under the total for the last 6 games. Would not shock me at all to see this one be a low-scoring affair.
Speaking of a low-scoring affair, I don't think that's going to happen in this Florida-Philadelphia game. I don't know if they're going to get over 6.5, but they're certainly going to get over 4 or 5. It should be close. Florida at home in this spot, minus 120. Really big game for both of these teams here, Dave. And we've been talking all year on Puck Time. Really, Philadelphia, the tale of 2 teams. They're so different at home than on the road. I lean on Florida here, but I'm not going to get to the window in this play. What do you like, Dave?
Well, look, I mean, the problem for the Flyers on the road is, you know, it's funny. I read a lot of different material on the NHL, and first period at home all season. The Flyers, their main problem is they can't stop falling behind it.
Dave.
Yeah. What?
Sorry to interrupt, dude. We're not just start your talk about the Flyers Florida game again. I accidentally had your mic on mute. This is this new system. I got to jump back and forth. My bad. We're not going to stop the show. We're just going to keep going with the mistake made. So Flyers and Panthers, talk to me.
Panthers. Okay. So what I was saying, so I'll say it again, is that the Flyers' main problem on the road has been they keep falling behind. And I don't care what your metrics are, the Corsi numbers. If you keep playing from behind, you're not going to win very often. And the Flyers, in the first period on the road this season, are minus 21 goals. That ain't good. And Florida's been a good first period home team, plus 8. That's a huge differential. It indicates the Panthers are likely to be ahead in this game in the first period. And if that's the case, then they're probably going to be the right side in the hockey game. I like Florida here.
Alex B. Smith from sportsmemo.com. Are you with Dave?
Yeah, I'm looking at it along the same lines, but not just with the first period over 1.5, something we've seen Florida cash in 6 of the last 10. But like you mentioned, with Florida tending to have the lead at the end of the first, you can lay a half a goal and get plus 164 for the first period with Florida. So I would look at both of those options.
Yeah, I like those first period bets, and we do well on them, giving them out on Puck Time between you and Andrew, Dave, Buster. Our record on those first period bets are probably unbelievable. Guys, really quickly, head over to wagertalk.com. Use the promo code Dave, PT299 for Dave Koken. PT299. You're on a 15-5 college hoops run, Mr. D.
Yeah, and the NHL's going pretty well. I'm reasonably content. I'm never real happy. By the way, a couple of notes. We forgot to mention in the Dallas-Toronto game, no Pavelski tonight for Dallas. And big news for Toronto, Michael Hutchinson has been placed on waivers.
Yeah, and that's a shock.
Yeah, real shock.
Yeah, there's going to be a lineup of teams looking to pick him up, hey?
In the AHL, maybe.
Yeah.
Now he'll go to Toronto's minor league team. I don't see him getting picked up by anybody.
Dave Koken with us, a legend, every Thursday on Puck Time. Guys, real quick, Carmine Bianco had a 5% play a few nights ago on Calgary. It cashed. He is 80% on 5% NHL moneyline bets this entire season. He's got a 5% play tonight. It's yours, only for Puck Time listeners, half price. Use the promo code at wagertalk.com, CB20 for Carmine Bianco 20. That's CB20. Boys, the New York Islanders on the road playing Nashville. Horrid loss to Vancouver. Nashville had last time they were out, but they actually played well. I mean, the score was really not indicative of how they played. Markstrom just stood on his head. Nashville's lost 2 in a row. They really can't afford to lose this game. And the Islanders have won 2 in a row, beat Philly 5-3, and beat Washington with an outstanding effort 5-3. The Islanders are in it tough, too. They got to win these games. From here on out, you're going to hear a lot of these must-win situations. Look, I don't think it's must-win for the Islanders as much as it is for Nashville. But this is going to be a really good game, and it's on TV. Alex B., regale us with your thoughts.
Yeah, I like the Islanders here in this spot as a dog. They do, have to deal with a loss, a big loss. And Casey Cizikas ended up cutting his leg, and he's out 3 to 4 weeks with an injury. So they're going to have to find a way to kind of, plug and replace him. More likely have to make a deal before the deadline. But they've been winning 4 of their last 5, and this is a Nashville team. And we've seen them kind of going back to last year with, making this, second half run. But they're playing some inconsistent hockey. They've lost 5 of their last 6 at home. I can see them losing here again. I like the Islanders.
Dave, I'm with Alex here, too. I like the Islanders. I actually think we're going to see Nashville be a sell team right now. I think, I mentioned yesterday on Puck Time that Chicago was a sell team. I played on Vancouver last night and stopped my 0-3 run. Now I'm 18-6, my last 24 hockey plays. Just like Chicago, I think we saw a big surge from Nashville, but Dave, you've been saying all year they're not good enough, and I agree. I'm with Alex here. I like the Islanders. What do you think?
Well, first off, I think you have to determine who's playing goal for Nashville. Right now, we don't know. But Pekka Rinne is really struggling, and Saros just has to be the starter at this point. And I'll be curious to see who they send out there tonight. Probably going to be Varlamov, I should say, for the Islanders. Nashville just can't seem to get it together, and the special teams continue to be an issue for them. That's been a problem all season long. I think it's something they're going to have to address in the offseason is to pick up some specialists, better penalty killers, a penalty killing forward, if you will, and certainly somebody who can engineer the power play because it just isn't there for them. The Islanders are the better team at this point, and I would have to lean that way.
Dave Koken, guys, get the rest of his college basketball for $299. The promo code at wagertalk.com is PT299. We have a huge deal tomorrow, a Valentine's Day special. We'll be giving it out on all of the YouTube videos, Joe Ranieri's NBA show, Joe and Ralph and Drew's college basketball show, Drew's podcast, and, of course, Puck Time. And stay tuned, guys. Dave Koken and I will be around together all summer long. We'll be doing First Pitch, our baseball show, which will be formatted exactly the same way as Puck Time. Okay, Alex, I'll go to you first on this juicy game between Colorado and the Washington Capitals. Colorado minus 135. The over and under is 6.5. I think this could be the Stanley Cup matchup. Colorado coming into this game on fire. They've won 5 in a row and 8 of their last 9 games. Washington, on the other hand, lost 2 in a row, 3 of their last 4. Man, I don't know what to do here. My gut is telling me this is an under, but I am not getting to the window on this game. What do you like, brother?
Yeah, I'm not going to play an under with these two teams or really jump in front of this Colorado team right now. And what's impressive is that not only they've won 5 in a row and 8 of 9, as you mentioned, but they've held teams to 2 goals or fewer in the last 5 games as well. Where you look at the flip side of Washington, they've given up 12 goals in the last 2 games combined. Of course, Everybody's been, focusing on number 8, Alex Ovechkin. He's not 2 goals away from getting the 700. I do think we see him score tonight. So if you can bet those goal scoring props, maybe look for him to at least get 1 goal. But if I had to pick a side here, I'd go with Colorado.
Dave, where are you at with this game?
Probably a bigger game for Colorado, but they did beat the Capitals 6-3. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention on the Nashville Islanders game, the Islanders have revenge from that 8-3 loss earlier in the season. And revenge, not a big factor most of the time in the NHL, but that was a memorably bad game for the Islanders, so they might have that in mind. And that's the thing that might keep me out of this game here, because I kind of like the spot for Colorado, but they beat the Capitals 6-3 in Washington, so they're going to remember that. It's 2 straight losses for the Capitals, who have actually dominated the series. And, caps off a loss. They've only lost 2 in a row in regulation 4 times all season. Not a spot where I want to lay a price.
Yeah, no. This one from a side perspective is definitely a tough one. Guys, let's get to Vivian's parlays, and then we're going to take apart the rest of the board in the last minute of play. Vivian laid $10 to win 67. She took the Philadelphia Flyers, the over in the Edmonton Tampa Bay game, and Arizona on the money line. That's the Philadelphia Flyers, the over in the Edmonton Tampa Bay game, and Arizona on the money line. Don't forget, I've got an NHL play up tonight at wagertalk.com. I won my play last night. I'm on an 18-6 NHL run. Carmine's got a 5% NHL play tonight. It's yours half price. Regularly $40. Get it for $20. Promo code CB20. And Dave Koken, 15-5 in college basketball. Get the rest of his season for $299. Use the promo code PT299. Boys, it's the last minute of play. Really 15, 20 seconds each game, and then we'll call it a day. Buffalo plus 100 against Columbus. The over and under is 5.5. I am not betting against Columbus under any circumstances. I lean on the under, and I lean on Columbus, but I'm not going to be betting this game. Alex?
Yeah, it would be Blue Jackets. It's nothing for me as well.
Dave?
I'm a little worried that the Blue Jackets, they've got, the Seth Jones injury is enormous, and he's going to be, he needed surgery on the ankle. Atkinson is still out. This team's gotten it done with incredible fundamentals all season long. I don't know if that's going to last. I think Columbus might be a fade down the stretch. We'll wait and see.
Edmonton, Tampa Bay. Over under 6, minus 210 for Tampa Bay. Look, Connor McDavid done for the next 6 weeks or so. Basically, they're now a one-man show with Draisaitl, and his back's gonna be hurting by tomorrow. That's for sure. I can't take Tampa Bay minus 210 here, but I do like them on the money, on the puck line and in regulation. Dave, you go first.
I'm not playing against Tampa when Vasilevsky's playing. That's what is it, 17 or 18 straight games he's gotten at least 1 point. I mean, he's the best goalie in the league right now. Oilers, though, are going to have that, we've got to get this done without our star mentality. They did it in game 1, minus McDavid, got a win, and they'll come in here flying, I would think, in terms of determination. But it's probably not enough to beat Tampa Bay.
Alex?
Yeah, they're going to make an emphasis to try to score early in this one, and they've been doing that all year. 37-19 overall to the over in the first period, including 19-9 at home, and 7 of the last 10. I could definitely see this one going over the total in the first period.
New Jersey against Detroit. New Jersey minus 180, a total of 5.5. I think New Jersey, look, Detroit's been playing much better, but I think this is a tough spot for them. My lean is on New Jersey in regulation. Alex?
Yeah, I'd look at Devils team total over 3.5 at a plus price. Detroit letting goals in bunches again.
Mr. Koken?
Well, I've mentioned this before, but teams have trouble getting up for the Red Wings, and as a result, especially when the better team is at home, they've had a lot of trouble in the first period with the Red Wings, and that's the case here. Detroit on the season as bad as the Red Wings are, on the season, the Red Wings in the first period are even on the road in the first period. Same amount of goals for, same amount of goals against. Not that New Jersey's a good team in the first period. I think this is a long shot that's worth a shot. The Red Wings first period.
And that's why Dave Koken is with us, a legend. Ottawa plus 120 against Arizona. Total is 6. I like the under in this play, and I also like Arizona. I think Arizona had, when Dave, you and I have spoke about it, they had a little lull where they came back down to earth, especially after the Taylor Hall trade. They're playing better now, and, I went to see them play the Leafs a couple of nights ago. I had really good seats, 12th row, close to center ice. And I'll tell you one thing about Tampa Bay, about Arizona. They are large. Like, they have they're some
big. Yep.
big dudes. And Taylor Hall is massive. The bottom line here is Ottawa's a sell team. They have had moments this season, but Arizona's the play. Dave?
Well, the Coyotes, obviously you saw it. Arizona won the game in overtime, and then the goal came off the board because of goalie interference, and Toronto got it down the other way and scored. So that was a crucial point lost by the Coyotes. But this has been a good trip for them so far, with the win in Montreal, coming back in that game, if I'm not mistaken, and then getting a point at Toronto. They should handle Ottawa. It's in the price. It's in the price.
Yeah, minus 140. I don't think it's terrible. Alex?
Yeah, I would take a shot with Arizona in regulation, get a good price. You can get plus 120 on that spot. There's no way I'm backing Ottawa right
That's
now.
A great call, the regulation call, Alex. Nice. Minnesota minus 135 against the Rangers. I mean, these two teams are clinging to life. Rangers played outstanding a few nights ago in Winnipeg. My God. Minnesota's a tough out here, guys. Over and under 6. I like the under in this game, Dave.
Well, Minnesota's GM Bill Guerin laid down the gauntlet after the Zucker trade was made with Pittsburgh. He said, hey, look, if anybody in this team, I'm paraphrasing what he says, but if anybody in this team thinks we're still not trying to make the playoffs, they're going to know about it. They're going to get a strong message. And they went out and played a really good game, and dominated the Golden Knights. I think they've got a chance to handle the Rangers tonight.
Mr. B. Smith?
Yeah, I agree. I think it was a great win for Minnesota, playing well on both ends in that game. And you look at the Rangers, they get the win against Winnipeg 4-1, but Shesterkin ended up getting hit, had to be taken out for a bit in that game. So you wonder how things are going with that. I mean, he's rolling and playing really well, so I would lean with Minnesota as well.
Two more, boys. Vegas minus 145 against the Blues. The over and under is 6. This line is way too high for Vegas. Dave, I know they're playing outstanding hockey here, but I can't get in front of St. Louis and have to pay to do it.
I wouldn't say the last two games have been outstanding. They blow two goal leads and lose in the shootout to Carolina, and then played one of the worst games they've played since they came into existence at Minnesota. I mean, they were awful in that game. I have nothing on this game. The Blues, I have no idea what the Blues' attitude is going to be after a really scary incident in the last with Bo Meester, who hopefully is going to be fine, but I don't know how to read that.
I certainly don't think. I don't think we're going to see Jay on the ice again, though.
Well, he's obviously not going to be on the ice for quite some time, at the very least.
He's 37 years old and probably has a wife who will. If I'm the wife, I'm saying
probably
the Ixnay in the bedroom if you play one more hockey game.
We don't even know. Look, I have no idea what the doctors are going to tell him. So, and I'm not a doctor, and I wouldn't pretend to be. So I don't know, but it could very well be that his career is done. But I have no idea what the Blues mentally will be like on the ice tonight. And the Golden Knights off a really bad game.
Alex?
So you would think they're going to come to play.
Yeah, just a slight lean in the first period over with me. We've seen Golden Knights 20-8 to the over at home. so far this season. Like I said, having such a bad game in Minnesota, maybe they turn around and try to get an early start, and who knows, they can run away with it, especially if the Blues aren't focused.
Anaheim, Calgary. I'll bottom line this. Calgary has to win this hockey game. Did not play well against the Kings. Minus 115. Alex, it feels like a bit of a short price. Anaheim stinks. I like Calgary here.
Yeah, I mean, we know how Calgary has absolutely struggled playing against Anaheim over the years. 22 and 24 the last 26 meetings, although they did get one of those wins earlier this year. Wouldn't be shocked to see Anaheim win this game. That was a really bad game for Calgary last night.
Well, I'm not playing into that series history. It's the worst or the most dominant series history in the NHL. I think it's, 32-2. 32-2 for Anaheim at home against Calgary. And I know the Flames won the last meeting here, but I don't want Anaheim. And
he's Dave Koken. My co-host on First Pitch starts end of March. We'll have a preview show. Alex B. Smith, thanks for joining us, guys. I will be out of town Monday, Tuesday, and likely Wednesday of next week. I'm playing in a WPT poker tournament. Carmine is coming with me, so the two of us are going. Andrew will be co-hosting with Alex, the two of them. So make sure to check that out, and also make sure to watch tomorrow's show because we have a massive promotion for Valentine's Day as a way to thank everybody. Dave and Alex, thank you for the show, brother. It's always a pleasure.
Same here.